ability of a fighter. And I like that young man, Ryan Garcia. But one of the things that I'm noticing is that there's a lot of derailing, and there's another responsibility that the trainer could take upon himself. He doesn't have to, but if he does, it's not a negative. And that's knowing how to approach a fighter and get into his world. Allow yourself to submerge yourself into his dream and learn about what's actually going on. And hey, be a voice of reason and be a person that listens. I'm not seeing that. I'm seeing a man screaming out. And when I see things like this, it's telling me more.
Say less. Yes, I'm running for president. I'm not even kidding. This one, hey, I'm gonna take a toast to all the haters. Empty, drank it all myself. Now what the fuck you gonna do to me? All you guys fucking drink. Half of you guys are fucking drunk in the chat. You fucking hating ass motherfucker.
You see, this is I don't allow cursing in my gym. I don't allow shirts off in my gym. I don't allow anything close to tardy. I don't allow you not following the process and doing your program mediums when you're not at the gym. And I don't allow you to be more than 8 pounds off of your weight ever. Because, see, I'm in real sports performance, the science of the human body, and I've written books on it and I understand it. And I've done it at the highest level, the NFL, professional boxing, MMA. It doesn't matter. I've left my footprints everywhere. My grandkids will be very, very proud of what I've done. And that's one of the things that I use as fuel. And if you're going to train out here in the sport of boxing, you need to really consider that there's more that go along with that job than you just getting credit for everything that happens good. But when the things happen bad, you want to wash your hands of it. Now, this young man who came up under our tutelage and came back, once they came back, he'd already lost the fighter contract, well, the relationship with the fighter. And the fighter finally turned the corner. But he didn't have a contract with this company. If I say the company, you'll know exactly who I'm talking about. So I'm going to keep that buttoned. But what we have to do in this moment is realize that was preventable. Because, see, I know how to win fights. See, thinking you know how to win fights is one thing, but when you've done it and you've proven a medal and you've proven a model of winning, even in dire straight circumstances, that means you've understood how to take a guy who's average and turn him into a masterful boxer. Boxing is what you learn so that you can fight better when you're an amateur. Prize fighting is what you do when you get to the professional ranks and you use your boxing when the fighting gets too tough. Hopefully, you are able to encompass that. Take that in, swallow that. You learn to box so that you can acquire the ability to fight in the amateurs. And when you go to the pros, you use your fighting ability, and the boxing is what gets you out of hot spots. And if you one without the other means you're just very, very limited. And there's no chance you win against fighters that get trained in a system like master boxing. I'm just going to tell you the honest truth, because if you're great at something, we're going to take it away. You got to figure out how to beat us a whole entirely different way. That's how I train our coaches, our trainers, our fighters that come up under our banner and want direction in their careers, and they want mentorship. Just like the coaches, we mentor the coaches because they don't have that. And we all are boxing because of something we lacked as children. That fatherhood is a real thing. That impact that your father has, it's a real thing. A lot of our fathers was working all the time when we were all growing up. So we never had that extended relationship with them. The relationship that you yearn inside, even though you keep it built and packed down, but it's still there. And that's one of the main reasons when you meet a mentor, It feels different because you're able to expel everything that you feel inside. Part of that role is what the role of the trainer. The trainer has the opportunity to do that. It's a choice. I feel like it came with the territory. I built relationships with our fighters. We talk for 1 hour every day. That's a pro tip. Before we started training, we talked 1 full hour. It was never shorter than that because see, it's about the relationship. And that's why they would produce and they understood and they trusted what I said. And I also had the resume by then anyway. But the reality is this: there's things and responsibilities that the trainer has. And it's more than just saying, hey, we're gonna get some work in a spar today, and hey, let's do this. That's all good. But then there's the other side, that other 18 to 23% of the time that's not being filled by the trainer who doesn't understand how to make and approach the situation. He does not know how to really bring together the conversation in the training camp with the other trainers because you need X, Y, Z, A, B, C, D, E, F, G as far as letters that go on the trainer. What role does he play? What role does his play? What role does he play? All of those roles have to be filled so that there won't be a hole in your camp. And if you are doing this the right way, you won't be. Um, what's going on, champ? Thanks for showing up. And all of you guys who are showing up, this conversation is about knowing that you can have that dream experience as a trainer or a fighter, but the relationship gap that you guys are building is showing up all over the game. It's showing up, and it's that, like I said, it's that hole in us that we have and have had as children that was never filled, and we also didn't get the ability to communicate, and that is showing up now for these guys to pop out of nowhere after kind of letting their membership flail and then come back when things got hard and want to get back because they know I know how to get them back. I tell them, this is what you do, this is what you do, this is what you do. Now you're in our group and you have to face accountability and you have to check those boxes. Now, if you box and you know you're not disciplined all the way, then you know you need accountability. If you don't have it, you need to get it or not. But just know every single day, I think it's been upwards of 5 figures of people. So you can say 10,000 that have opted in for that skills guide. You know why? Because people want to learn this stuff. They don't want to just hop around social media platforms. The hours that you're doing that, you're not getting one synchronicity, one layer of synchronicity between all of that stuff you're learning. It's all scattered. And these people are learning stage by stage, day by day, skill by skill, skills and sets. The 4 stages of boxing. I already said it. One is basics. And if you don't understand these four, you're going to get your asses blowed away. 2 is advance. This is where you go a little bit further with the techniques, and this actually helps you in more areas inside of the boxing ring. It gets you out of stickier situations. Phase 3 is unconventional. This is where we teach our people styles. Unconventional. Yeah, you're in the peekaboo and you're squared up. All unconventional. You're in the Philly shell. You got one arm down. Unconventional. You're doing the Muhammad Ali back pedal, crossing your feet. Unconventional. But all of those play a role. And that's when you get to stage 4. And if you're in the coach's corner, you know what stage 4 is. So, with that being said, this is what educated boxers operate like and what they look like and what it will look like when you're against it and you can't get anything off, because that's what you're facing. Because every single person that's enrolled in the school top trainer program, that's what they're gonna have. And if you don't have it, you ain't getting it off of no damn Instagram. I can tell you that. But you get insight and clips. I mean, you ain't getting no real what they get. That's crazy. You know, Mercedes will let you test drive it, but they're not going to let you take it home until you do what you need to do. You need to register that thing. You need to prove that you can pay for it. And you need to then say, hopefully my credit's good enough to get this thing like I want it. Is everything has rules. Anytime you decide to climb a level, there's a new devil. In order to get that devil off and out of your way, you have to do something. You need a skeleton key to open that door, and that's what it'll take. They got to enroll and they got to follow the process. We promise nothing if you don't do the what's required. But if you do what's required, we guarantee supremacy, because it's just about steps that you got to take. That's what it is. Special shouts out to all of you guys chiming in. Special shouts, special shouts. I pray for the young man, and I pray for anybody who's trying to learn and they're just running into hurdles and they don't have a camp that everybody can have conversations, because they have not learned how to do that. And so, with that being said, this is kind of what this is all about. Trainers, you have a responsibility to choose to do, or these kind of meltdowns will happen in your situation when you least expect it. And you should all be paid handsomely for what you do. But you have to understand that the relationship between you and the fighter has to be built and established in a way. And representation matters. And we represent our guys. If you are in Champions University, you're going to get represented, because I know that's coming. You don't always know what's coming. We do. I've done this. So just understand there's an important thing in this. And the lesson is there's more that needs to be done. The mentorship is a real thing. Don't underplay it. And when you have not established great relationship with all of the other coaches who work the corner and train the fighter in the gym, and you guys, there is any divide there, you need to table the conversation, schedule a call, because that's going to be the problem. And it's one thing when a fighter loses a fight because of the other guy was just better. They were more prepared. They had what it took. That's life. But when you lose, when you had the opportunity to prevent that from happening, that falls on you. And you knew that there was a place that you could fix it, but you didn't. And you knew that there was more steps that you could take, but you chose not to. And now that fighter thinks of you as the reason they fought, regardless of what he's telling you, because it's me who they're reaching out to. It's me, the reason why there are so many notifications on my phone that it shuts down. Your fighters, people on your team, you can't fake this. This is 24 hours. You don't think your fighters touching base with people like me who are out here showing real boxing? I don't want any of your fighters. I don't do that anymore. But I do operate as a professor. I write the books, I educate my people, and I direct them. I'm an advisor. Don't be that guy. That's my advice. Position yourself, because if you don't understand how to talk to these fighters, you will not get paid first the right way. And you will not ever have a respect, and they'll always put blame on you because you didn't come with your stuff in order. You don't have your operation in order, so it's easy to run over you. I'm not that guy. You have to operate in the same manner in which my mentors and coaches did. And they are the greatest minds in boxing on the Mount Rushmore. All right. When you start mentioning names like George Benton, Matthew Sod, those legends, Archie Moore, Kenny Adams, look, man, don't play. I done this thing. And if you're smart, you'll get on your game. That's all I got. I'm out of here. Be blessed.